Say you love me. Run away. It was morning, and Shayna, still in her pajamas, was lying on her traditional canopy bed and talking on her cell phone. She was a 14-year-old girl who lived in a nice suburban single-story home with her mother, her father, and no siblings. So all of her parents' parental attention was hers to claim. On the other end of the call, on a house phone, was Shayna's best friend, Chloë, who was dressed like a French schoolgirl, despite being an American girl who attended a subpar public school. With her long navy socks, plaid grey skirt, navy sweater over her white collared shirt, and imperial red beret on top, Chloë paced her cramped room, doing her best to step around the empty vodka bottles she had lined up on the floor. She lived in a crummy trailer with her dysfunctional excuse for a family unit.
Peter is such a loser. I don't know why you hang out with him, mon coeur.
Because he's got weed. Does there need to be another reason? Anyways, he's cute as hell. Hey, what was that last part you said? Mon coeur? What does that mean? Replied Shayna.
Mon coeur. It means my friend.
I love your French. I wish I could learn too, but I'm too lazy.
I love you, lazy. Leave the French to me.
No problem. Always. Are you down for tonight or what?
Have you listened to that CD I burned for you yet?
No, don't try change the subject.
You promised you'd listen to it. If you're not going to listen to it, just give it back.
I'll listen to it, relax. I'll listen to it before the party tonight. The party you're going to come to and get high with me, right?
Can't we just drink? I don't want to smoke anything.
Why not? Come on. Get high with me.
I don't see the point.
Come on. You know I want to try it. Don't be lame, Chloe.
Okay, well, could you just get it from Peter, and then we'll just do it without him?
Pete is so cool. He won't be a problem. You'll see.
You call him Pete now?
Yeah. He acts like he doesn't like it, but I know he does. Then Shayna said in a taunting manner, Are you jealous?
Of course. I'll shoot that cunard.
What?
I'll shoot that motherfucker, you'll see.
With what gun?
I'll ask your dad if I can borrow his. You know he likes me.
Don't remind me. I wouldn't even ask. I bet he wouldn't even do anything if you just took it. He likes having that thing around because he's scared of everything and everyone. But I'm sure he'd also be too scared to actually use it.
I'll make a note of that for future reference.
I'll make a note of that for future reference, Shayna said, in a mocking voice.
Whatever. Hey, can you pick me up on your way to school?
Will you go to the party with me tonight?
Okay, I guess.
It'll be fun. And don't worry, I'm going to be there with you. Just you. You can pretend like we're lesbians.
Don't tempt me. What time do you want to get there?
Well, it doesn't start until 11, and I don't want to be one of the first people there. You live close, so you can just walk there whenever.
How are you going to get there?
Hold on, Shayna said, in an irritated voice, after hearing knocking at her door. Then she said to the door, What? Honey, it's time for school, Shayna's dad replied. I'm almost ready. Hey, my friend needs a ride to school. We can pick her up on the way. Honey, we don't really have time for that. We're cutting it close as it is. Dad, come on, it won't take long. Honey, we need to get going, said Shayna's dad. She could hear him trying to open the door, but she had locked it the night before to avoid this exact type of situation in the morning. Listen, we have to pick her up. Anyways, it's Chloë. I know you like Chloë. You give her that creepy old man stare every time she comes over. No, what? After a moment, Shayna's dad gave out a sigh and said, I guess we can pick her up, but you need to hurry. Oh my God, I'm almost ready, okay? Fuck. Grab me a Pepsi and a Pop-Tart for the car ride. Okay, said Shayna's dad. and he walked away from the door. To Chloë over the phone, Shayna said, "God, I hate it here. Run away with me. You're smart. Get me out of this hellhole and let's start a new life, just the two of us."
You don't mean that,
replied Chloë. "Heck yeah, I do. I can't stand it here. My mom doesn't even try to hide it anymore that she's always off with her boyfriend, and my dad is just the worst. Run away with me, Chloë. Run away with me and you can take care of me. I'll be your little, however you say pet in French."
What will we do for money?
"I don't know. You're the smart one. We could rob people like Bonnie and Clyde."
Bonnie and Chloë.
Shayna laughed, and then replied, "I'm going to get dressed. See you in a bit."
What about Peter? If you're going to be spending all that time at the party with me, won't you miss hanging out with him?
Screw him. I just want to spend some quality time with my Chloë tonight.
Thanks, Shayna,
said Chloë in a soft voice. And Shayna hung up the phone. Chloë lay down on her twin-size bed, which had no bed frame, so it was on the floor, as her eyes drifted around her cramped room before they landed on a framed photo located next to her bed. It was a photo of Shayna and Chloë at the beach during the summer. Chloë had her arms wrapped around Shayna, and Shayna couldn't have had a bigger smile on her face. The Corpse of Mr. Gecko. "I'll pay you. That sound fair?"
"Pay? I thought you loved me."
"What you're asking me for is a bit too much, sweetie. I can't give a miner a gun."
"Why's that? You willing to fuck one?"
"Sweetie."
"I don't remember my name being Sweetie. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm not Sweetie."
"Sorry," Chloë said, and followed it up by taking out a flask she had kept tucked in the waistband of her skirt, and then taking a swig from it. Sitting across the table from Chloë was Mr. Gecko, a middle-aged family man, wearing a cheap, off-the-rack grey suit with a matching striped Christmas present tie from Macy's, a heavy Old Spice aroma, and a receding hairline. He stared at her, almost choking on his indignation. "Are you crazy? Put that thing away."
"I'm sorry. I'll be a good little girl."
"Je promets." Mr. Gecko pulled out his wallet, removed all the cash it contained, and slid it across the table to Chloë. Without taking her eyes off Mr. Gecko, Chloë grabbed the money and tucked it into the waistband of her skirt. "That should be about $200, said Mr. Gecko. "Do we have a deal?" A waitress arrived at the booth where Chloë and Mr. Gecko were sitting in Big Mike's diner. She put down a napkin for each of them, along with a fork, a spoon, and a steak knife. Chloë noticed that the silverware was in the incorrect order, but chose not to say anything. The waitress said to them in a voice full of exhaustion from her long shift that would be ending in 17 minutes, allowing her to go home to her 2 whiny children and deadbeat husband, "Dishwasher's late coming in, so we're out of butter knives for the moment. Hope that's all right." "That'll be fine," said Mr. Gecko. "You guys ready to order?" said the waitress.
"I'll have French toast," said Chloë.
"Nothing for me, thank you," said Mr. Gecko.
"He'll have a sausage omelette with a side of bacon,"
said Chloë. "What? No, I'm not eating, thanks," said Mr. Gecko. Chloë slid a $20 bill into the waitress's hand and told her,
"The omelette and the bacon for the man. Merci beaucoup."
After this, the waitress made an about-face and walked away from the table before Mr. Gecko could keep the back and forth going. Chloë turned to Mr. Gecko and with a wink and a smile said,
"Pigs are such filthy animals, and you are what you eat."
"A blow-job," replied Mr. Gecko.
"A blow-job?"
asked Chloë as the smile left her face. "I will settle for a blow-job."
"Do you shave?"
"What? Do you mean—"
"Yes, do you shave?"
"No."
"What?"
"No, sorry, sweetie, but I don't fucking shave down there. I know you're used to little boys, but a real man has hair in those places."
"I'm convinced."
"You're a bit of a bitch, you know that?"
"A bit of a bitch who will give you a blowjob."
An awkward smile crept onto Mr. Gecko's face, and his eyes opened a little wider. "I need to do this," Mr. Gecko thought to himself. "I'll be a better man. I'll be a better man." Chloë saw their waitress nearby and flagged her down.
"I hate to do this, mon ami, but we're in a bit of a rush. Could we get our orders in to-go boxes?" she said to the waitress.
"Sure thing, hon," replied the waitress before walking away. Chloë looked back at Mr. Gecko and said, "I'd prefer to choke down your swimmers now, so I can enjoy my food later. Fair enough?" With a slight smile still lingering on his face, Mr. Gecko replied, "Fair enough."
"Bathroom?"
"Bathroom?"
"Yes, bathroom,"
said Chloë, pointing to the corner of the restaurant where it was located. Mr. Gecko's eyes followed the direction of her hand, so he didn't notice her slip a knife off the table. She continued,
"Le salle de bain. The bathrooms here are single person, so we won't be disturbed. If anyone asks, we'll just tell them that you're my father and that you're helping me out with my period or something. Okay, mon chéri? Now let's get going."
Chloë took off her imperial red beret and placed it on the cushion of the booth she was sitting in. Then she stood up and looked at Mr. Gecko, waiting. After a brief moment of staring at her and not entirely sure of what to do, Mr. Gecko stood up and allowed Chloë to lead the way. Once they reached the bathroom, he opened and held the door for her, allowing her to enter first, and he locked the door behind them.